Good afternoon.
Welcome to day 4 of this FDP, and today we will do bibliometric analysis on R Studio. So can you all please open anybody before that, anybody who has a problem downloading R Studio, not R. Anyone? So all of you have R Studio in working condition. So let's start then. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so a bit of an introduction. So what we are doing is, we are doing bibliometric. We did yesterday with Gaussian. Today we will do it with BiblioShiny, which is a class in R. And that could be easily run using our R Studio. And that is what we will do today. So anybody among you can tell me why, this bibliometric has taken so much of center stage these days? Or why are we doing it? Yeah. Anyone among you?
To make it more systematic and a way to find a way to prove the gap.
Okay. Any more insights? She's saying that to make it more systematic. Of course, the purpose of literature review is to find gaps. Anybody else would like to contribute? We have been doing this for last 4 days. कुछ तो मतलब हमने अभी लिया होगा, समझा होगा कि why we are trying to analyze this data. It's okay. Anything which comes to your mind. Never mind. See, it's as I said that it's a lot of data, and we are living in the era of data. So there are ways to handle and manipulate data and to use them for your benefit, be it your big data or AI-based data or any kind of data which is being used now using AI and other sources. Similar is the case with research that, yeah, Rohit says that more scientific way to do literature review. Yes, it becomes more scientific because it is data-based. So now you have got data and you have got evidences, and those evidences can be converted into very, very systematic and scientific way. So that if I do it and you do it, the results would be same. Pulling out a query with the same set of keywords at the same point of time, either you do it or I do it, it would be same. So it justifies that there is a systematic way of doing it, and it is irrespective of personal biasing. And then with the amount of literature being developed every day, these days papers are being published like on daily basis. You can see the LinkedIn is flooded with, acceptance and people telling about that we are getting this paper published, that paper published. So people are writing, and they're writing, and everybody's is contributing to their areas, respective areas, and that is getting accumulated in the form of these databases. So yeah, lots and lots of papers, and in turn data is being created every day. Now practically for any human being to read so many papers and to extract from such large pool becomes impossible. And for that reasons, we had to simplify this process of reaching out to the most suitable set of literature for us, not just to the region which we belong, but globally. And that has given rise to this, that when you are building on perspective or research base for something, So please see, look around what others have also done and then build a base on. And then from such large pool to reach out to the most optimum, combination of papers which will be used for your research or which will be fundamental to your research is what is provided by the systematic literature. Now, when we are using databases, there are thousands and lakhs of papers in all domains. We have to specify what kind of paper we are looking for. And then we reach out to make a search and pull out those papers. From that also, we have to pick up many, many insights. So doing this manually becomes a bit of a human constraint. And therefore, we need some kind of support from technology. So we have developed certain softwares which are capable of bringing out comprehensive insights from these databases. And then we can, add on our touch, the human insights into it to produce something which is of value for everybody. For that, with that, let me, take you to the intro of this Biblioshiny. Please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
So again, we will use RStudio to do with Biblioshiny. As I just said, that the number of academic publications is increasing at a rapid pace, and it is becoming increasingly unfeasible to remain current with anything that is being published. So you pull out today, tomorrow there are 100 more papers into it, right? So you had to be really, it is very taxing, to be up to the level where, the publication is going. It is going at a very rapid pace. Now, these literature reviews are increasingly assuming a very crucial role in synthesizing past research finding. That was always there. There is nothing new about literature. It was always very, very crucial, and that was focused on understanding what's been done in the past. Now, using that existing knowledge base, advance a line of research and provide evidences-based insights into the practice of exercising and sustaining professional judgments and expertise is what was the task of literature review. And now this task has become even more important with scientific or systematic literature review. Now, it has potential. This Bibliometric has the potential to introduce a systematic, transparent, and reproducible process. Reproducible, why? Because if I have a query with some keywords, if you run it, it would be same. If I run it, it would be same. Pulling out from that same keyword at same point, it would be same. So you can reproduce it, right? So the review based on statistical measurements of science. So there's when we are using how many citations are there, what is your H index, how many, coupling is there, what is the clustering coming up. So everything in this, when we are analyzing it based on some scientific measurement. So it has got a basis of scientific proof, whatever we are reporting. So it provides more objective and reliable analysis. So it is free from biasing. There is no bias inputs from my side, which would suggest anything. It is just something which is been shown by the database. So it is more objective and it is reliable in the sense that it has been pulled out using a query and there is no human intervention in it. Now, there are many softwares, since these databases are very large and holds lots and lots of volume of information and papers and journals and topics, everything combined in one. So we certainly have to use these software tools which help you to do the scientific mapping in your literature review. And few of them you would have already known by now that like VOSViewer and Biblioshiny and SiteMat, BibExcel, SiteNet Explorer. These are all different softwares which actually help you to work on bibliometric analysis. But your VOSViewer and this Biblioshiny is really very easy and is very handy and does not require too much of programming skills to do it. It's very, very user friendly. Now, when you are doing this bibliometric research, now according to Zupin, this is the paper which he recommended, that these are the 5 standard workflow you should take care of, or you should follow when you do bibliometric analysis. So what are these 5 steps? These are study design, the design of the study which you want to undertake in this, the method of data collection, and then how are you going to analyze that data? Then you will simply visualize the data which you have analyzed and the interpretation of everything which you have done so far. So when you do these 5 steps, basically you do the scientific mapping under bibliometric. Now, what is study design? The first, if you see here, first was study design. So what is study design? Scholar defines the research question in this. So we have been talking about that this is very, very systematic, and you should always begin with focusing on what is your research question, and you proceed in that line. So when you design the study, the first thing is that you have to look into that what are your research question or questions, and choose the appropriate bibliometric method that can answer your question. So there may be 101 ways, queries which can be generated, or figures which can be generated, but you don't want all. You have to stick on to the ones which are related to your research question. So generally, there are 3 types of questions which can be answered using your bibliometric analysis for science mapping. These are, if you want to analyze or identify the knowledge base of a topic, like which are the theories being used, who all are used it where. So that is what is the identifying the knowledge base of the topic, and research field and its intellectual structure. So if you're studying something, you would like to know what all theories were part of this research, how have they studied it, and what was the structure of the study altogether in this domain. So your question paper would be either focused around finding this question of the knowledge base or a research field or the structure, intellectual structure. This could be your research question. And then your bibliometric would revolve around finding the answer for this. Now, the second type of research question could be examining the research front, that is a conceptual structure which you would like to propose based on the past researches. So maybe that something has been theorized and you're coming up with a conceptual structure. It's not empirically tested, and you have derived this based on your past analysis of data. So that could be second type of research question. Third could be producing a social network structure of a particular scientific community. This is that you want to show how people in particular area in the in scientific communities are linked with each other. If you have to establish such kind of facts, these kind of research questions you can make, right? So bibliometric analysis is performed at a specific point. So when I do it today, I have to mention the date on which I have pulled out this information. And what does this do? It represents a static picture of the field at that moment. For today, what is the state in that field? It will pull out and show me. Maybe after 1 month, if I do, it may change. So it is very, very, time-based, or it is a representation of a specific time or a point when the query was pulled out. It can divide the time span. You can also do like this, that for 10-year analysis, you can show the progression. 10-year for from 1999 to 2010, then from 2010 to 2020. So you can show that how the publication rose in this field. That is another kind of study. But yes, whenever you will pull out, those time frames would always be attached to bibliometric study. Any questions? Okay. So next is in collection of data. So the second part is when you have done the study, you have defined your questions, you will collect the data. When you collect the data, scholar selects the data set of the base that contains the bibliometric data, filter the core documents, and export the data from the selected database, which we did yesterday. So put a query, filter them according whatever criteria you want, and then what you can do is that you can export them to your selected data in the selected format, and then you can use it for your database. For data analysis, one or more bibliometric and statistical software tools can be employed. So there's no restriction that you only have to use these. You can go do the analysis the way you want. Okay. We use these softwares because they are very easy and they're scientifically proven. And we do not have to indulge too much into it, and it's very quick to give performance, but there is no restriction that only these could be used. You can use any. The fourth stage is when you have done everything, visualize them. Because the large set of data are better learned using visualization. When data sets are very large, even in big data, if you would have seen, they use visualization. It gives you a clear picture of it because the data set points are really, really large and long. So it summarizes in data visualization. So in fourth stage, whatever you have done till now, you visualize them. And scholar must decide what visualization method they want to use, just like what analysis method they want to use. They can also decide on what visualization method they want to use. And they can use appropriate softwares to do so. The last stages of interpretations, after you have done this everything, so whatever you have attained now, you have to interpret, describe the findings, and then you have to check for, or you have to frequently reveal the structure of a field differently to the classification of traditional literature review, because there you just pick up the things and just narrate them. Here you see if there is a change in the structure, which way they are moving, where the research is more, where the research is less, and how could you develop your base into it. That's the last stage of interpretation, right? The second to fourth stages are typically software assisted and include different sub stages. So yes, after you have fixed up your strategy for search and pulled out the data, how do you collect, how do you analyze, how do you visualize, depends on what kind of software you are using. Since this is a large volume data, so big data, so we use now all those modern data which are capable of visualizing large set of data. And they could be same or they could be different. Say, for example, yesterday we did WASViewer. I told you that, the network analysis are best made in them. Beautiful diagrams. But if you will see here in RStudio, they're not that well made. And the look and feel is quite better in WASViewer than this. But yes, clusters are made in RStudio. They are not made there. Thematic is made in RStudio. So it is that wherever you are more feasible or wherever you see that this software is assisting me better, you can take up on the respective stages and do your review. Right, this was the theory part of it. Let's everybody open their RStudio. So click on your RStudio.
The screen
show
is
you
not
a-
visible, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm showing you. For me, it is in applications. For you, I do not know. This is RStudio for in Mac. If you just run it, so you will get it. Got it? Everybody is here? Just let me know when you are here. Everybody here?
Yes,
Just type
ma'am.
it. Okay, okay. So where the cursor is, just write library. library function in brackets. If it's not coming, just press enter. Write library. Next, write bibliometric. When you see this, there would be automatically bibliometric. And then when you place your cursor here, and you put your cursor here, it will click on that bibliometric. And here you will find Biblo Shiny. Then press enter. Should I do this again? Is everybody here now?
I enter library and enter, then it throws some warning.
No, no, no. Listen, see again. I'm closing this. I'm doing again. Just look at me. I'll have to launch this again. You are here. You wrote library.
Yes.
And press enter. Clear?
Yeah. Enter, so it shows some warning message.
After library only?
Yeah.
Can you share your screen? Please share your screen.
It's the moment I type library, it shows some warning message, and that's it. Contains no package.
Ma'am, go to tools and install library package.
Go to tools and install library package first. Install library.
Yes, click on that install packages,
Yeah, install, yes.
type library.
Library snapshot.
Not this, ma'am, library.
Only library.
Library.
Just do not do it, not snapshot library.
Snapshot. Otherwise, there is one more option. Just exit, madam. Go to packages on your right
I
side.
think it's installed now. No, in library is not available.
No. Go to packages. Here, ma'am. Here, on your fourth box is there, no? Files, plots, packages. Come out, ma'am. Come out from that. Yes. Next to console window, on parallel right side, one files, plots, packages is there. Packages. Click on package. Here you type library. I think, bootstrap.
There.
Library must be there, ma'am.
You have to go to like dates update or something.
Check for package updates. All packages. No, by default, library would be installed because
It's a default function. You do not actually have to.
I have to install actually.
Type again here library in the search. It's not very strange. It's not come. If you can, remove this and download again and check that if you should have Java on your system.
Yeah, it allowed me to install only after install Java.
Okay, somebody has also given library bibliometric biblo shiny. Try this. Chat window C. But bibliometric library will only open when library will open. No, she doesn't have the library itself.
Sometimes there would be a problem with Java runtime.
Yes, that's what I am saying. Please reinstall this and see if it is giving that Java not found or something. So you had to have Java on your system before you download this.
It is always better to keep Java, that is 4.3 and above.
Yes, so if Java, if your like laptop doesn't have a Java, updated Java, this will not work. And I think that this is the problem with you, that while when you were installing this, your system didn't have Java. So
Yeah,
first,
so it asked me to install Java, and after that, install.
yes, see, yeah, that's what I am saying. So what you have to do is first install Java, then install RStudio. This is a problem. This is not RStudio's problem. This is the problem that you do not have Java on your system.
Ma'am, even without Java, several other softwares do not work properly.
Yes, so you have to install Java first, and then you have to install this.
No, but it's showing that you already have the latest Java platform on this system.
Then do one thing, ma'am, uninstall and install it, because it is open source. No, sometimes it may happen like.
Yes, you have to uninstall and reinstall, and then only it will work. Because there is no reason that you do not have library. It's a default function. You don't have to do anything into it.
Yeah, I'll try to.
So try doing it. Let's proceed further. For others,
लाइब्रेरी के बाद क्या करना था ऋतु मैम, एक बार बताओगे?
लाइब्रेरी के बाद सर आपको लिखना है बिब्लोमेट्रिक, BIB
कमांड में, रनिंग कमांड में।
हाँ, उसी कमांड पे बिब्लोमेट्रिक हम लिखेंगे और हम बिब्लोमेट्रिक के ऊपर जाएंगे बस. We'll just stay on that. Click on this. It will show you BibloShiny.
Your screen is not visible.
My screen is not visible. Wait a minute. इतनी देर से आपको मेरी स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रही है.
नहीं, अभी गई है.
अभी गई है. Okay. Can you see it now?
Like once library is installed, then what to do next?
Yes, ma'am.
Write Biblo.
कहाँ पे लिखना है ये?
वही एरो पे नेक्स्ट लाइन में ही लिखना है, जहां आपने अभी लाइब्रेरी लिखी है उसके जस्ट नेक्स्ट लिखना है.
अच्छा, उसके बाद ओके.
वहां पे आपको बिब्लोमेट्रिक लिखना है और यहाँ से बिब्लोशाइनी क्लिक करना है.
अच्छा.
सी, मैं दोबारा से करके दिखाती हूँ. जस्ट पे अटेंशन टू दिस. यहाँ लाइब्रेरी के बाद प्रेस एंटर. यू विल बी हेयर ऑन दिस कर्सर. राइट बिब्लोमेट्रिक. It will come here. Click on this bibliometric. BibloShiny will come. Click on this BibloShiny and go to the end and click enter. So this will execute this and you will be here. Everybody here now?
लिखने पे वो आ नहीं था, बट
अभी भी नहीं आया?
एक सेकंड.
You can share your screen. I can stop share. Anybody who is not reached here.
ये मैट्रिक्स लिखने के बाद भी ना वो कुछ वो
संजय सर एक बार वो करिए आप. Share your screen. Let me see what you are typing.
मैं एक्चुअली ये दूसरी जगह लॉगिन किया हुआ था, अभी करता हूँ.
Okay, okay. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
सबका चल रहा है, यहाँ तक सब आ गए हैं. So while Sanjay sir, you try it and you know.
Yes, ma'am.
एक सेकंड बस हो गया.
Okay, चलिए दिखाइए. Let's wait for him. सर लाइब्रेरी पहले किया.
वो तो हो गया ना, देखो ये दिखाया इसने.
एक बार और कर लीजिए.
ठीक है. आई गो टू टूल्स, इंस्टॉल पैकेज.
नहीं.
व्हाट?
Not here. Cancel करिए इसको. Cancel this.
हम्म.
Wherever you have written bibliometric,
हाँ.
इसको रिमूव करिए. बैक कर्सर से जाके हाँ यहाँ पे लाइब्रेरी लिखिए. लाइब्रेरी फंक्शन लगाइए, ब्रैकेट्स लगा दीजिए
ब्रैकेट लगा देता हूँ।
एंड एंड पे जाइए, ब्रैकेट, हाँ एंड पे कर्सर आगे जाओ और
हाँ हाँ
एंटर कर दीजिए, हाँ प्रेस एंटर, यस,
कर दिया।
नाउ टाइप।
ओके
अब आई है, अब ये लोड हुई है लाइब्रेरी। नाउ राइट बिब्लोमेट्रिक, why is it? Type again, remove this. Wait. Now, bibliometric not found.
ये यहाँ तक तो आ रहा है, बट बिग एस द मोमेंट आई राइट एल तो नहीं आ रहा।
ये लाइब्रेरी पैकेज पूरा हो गया क्या ऊपर इंस्टॉल? स्क्रॉल करिएगा इसको, जस्ट स्क्रॉल,
हाँ
but why I can't see bibliometric अभी? टाइप अगेन लाइब्रेरी, क्लोज दिस, आप इसको बिल्कुल क्लोज करके दोबारा ऑन करिए।
अभी करता हूँ दोबारा।
Ma'am, I'm also having the same problem.
Okay.
After library, the cursor has disappeared.
Okay. Cut it down. Let's do together again because मेरे में. Okay, you are here now. Okay.
So should I type library here again?
First, yes. If library runs and bibliometric is not coming, then you have to install bibliometric as a library then.
इसके ब्रैकेट के बीच
No,
में
sir, no, just come out from that bracket and.
हाँ, end, at the end, yes. Now press enter. Okay, it is loaded.
Yeah, done.
Then type bibliometric.
Bibliometric. It's not, go back. Type again. Type slowly. B-I-B. No, do not have this library. You will have to install the library.
So वो कहाँ से होगा? यहाँ पैकेज से जाके कहीं होगा?
Package say yes, install package or install.
ठीक है, install package. Then what should I write? Library?
No, not.
Biblio.
Already it is installed in yours.
Yeah. This one, bibliometric.
Bibliometrics you have to
Yes, this one.
install.
So for others who couldn't, do this, maybe this is the problem. Try following the same steps. Check for first whether the library is not. When library is there and bibliometric is not there, install bibliometric, run it. And once it is executed, like this is executing, it may take some time.
So in my case, after library, I can't see my cursor on the screen.
Ma'am, press Control 1.
Control 1.
R2. Control 1 goes to the command thing. Control 2 will go to the console window, console pane.
After Control 1, nothing has happened. Now I'm pressing Control 2. And also nothing has happened.
Now that is a shortcut actually when you want to move from one pane to another pane.
You had library and bibliometric and then your cursor is not showing.
No, after library only the cursor is not showing.
After library, the cursor is not showing.
Close and open it, ma'am.
Yeah, close and
Close
open
the
it.
software and open it.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Close it down and reopen it.
okay.
It's taking too much of time.
Yeah, that is what I
It
am.
will take time, sir. Actually, there are 2 other packages. Normally, it will take time.
Meanwhile, others who have got problems can share their screen.
Ma'am, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I was able to download the bibliometrics, but I'm not able to download the library option. It is given librarian and library snapshot. Should I share my screen?
No,
Sorry.
library might have installed, ma'am. Otherwise, bibliometric will not install.
Okay, okay, great. Okay.
Anyone else? Meanwhile, library is not there. Install library. Go to tools and try installing. No, not from library is here. Yeah, library should work. Yes.
Sir, it is there, sir. Library is there.
It is there. It's working. Now type bibliometric. Yeah,
Sir.
there's yeah,
Ah,
biblo
yes.
shiny. Yes.
Bibliosignage.
Move the cursor up. Yes. Click here. Towards the
Come on.
end. Yeah.
Control
Now
enter.
press enter. Yes. It's loading. Yes, you are here.
Sir, you go back to R. It will load, sir. It will take time.
No, we have to work on shiny only. You can go there. Wait here. Will resume from here only. Okay. You can stop sharing.
Okay,
Your screen. Anybody else?
हम कुछ
Can
और
I
भी
can you
package है क्या
show-
इसका? तो मैं
Yeah, can I share my screen?
Yeah. अभी किसकी on है ये? Please stop sharing.
Ma'am, can you show how to go to BiblioShiny once again?
I will show you Vishrupa. Whose screen is this? Dr. Vishrupa?
Virupaksha go.
Vish.
Sir,
I don't know.
Virupaksha, sir, just go to R.
Sir, how to stop sharing, sir?
How to stop sharing?
You go back to R, sir.
Okay, I'm in R, sir. How to stop here? How sharing?
There is a share screen option is there, no? Below, next to your chat.
Suddenly, the screen has
Stuck,
become
I think
Press
so.
escape. Press escape.
minimized, sir.
It is minimized actually.
It is
Someone can-
minimized, unable to
Wait,
expand.
Oh.
While other screen.
Mm.
Ma'am, most you can do it, ma'am, because we can't. You
Yes,
can take a control.
Yes.
Okay, okay, I've done it.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Now, one by one, we'll take problems. Tell me.
Okay, can I share now?
Yeah, Shruti, you can do that.
Okay, where are we? Can my screen be
Sanjay sir,
seen?
you shut it down and start again. It should come. Else you have to reinstall it.
because इसमें ना ये बिब्लियो इंस्टॉल करने में बिब्लियोमेट्रिक्स और बिब्लियोमेट्रिक्स डेटा तो दिखाता है but बिब्लियो शाइनिंग नहीं दिखा रहा.
अभी एक मिनट देखती हूँ सर. एक मिनट एक हम ले लें उसके बाद में आप स्क्रीन शेयर करना फिर देखते हैं.
Sharing.
Who is sharing the screen? Shruti, are you sharing?
Yeah, I've clicked on share screen, but
We can't see this.
it's not being shared.
I don't think you have shared.
I'm clicking on share screen.
Acha, have I? Wait a minute. It's not allowing you to share.
It is not saying anything. The share screen is in green color and I'm clicking on it and nothing is happening.
Nothing is. Okay, let me.
Shall I share my screen so that I will show them?
Yes, yes, sir, you can. You please go ahead.
I think it is visible to all.
Yeah, it's here.
Yes.
Okay, now either in this pan or console pan, either or you can make use of it. Now I'm using the first one. Okay, just a minute. Just type Biblio. Then you will get Bibliometrics. When you click on this, you will get the Biblio shiny. If you click, then automatically, if you give control enter, the package will get installed. So mine already installed. Again, I need not to attempt. Shall I repeat it once again? Just type Biblio and go here. And as sooner you clicked, you will get this Biblio shiny option. There are many packages, but you can make use of this. Once you are done, control enter, then immediately this will come, because already I have installed, hence it is not taking.
So you were able to share screen. How did you do that? You just clicked on share screen, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sometimes no, when your connectivity is slower, then it will take some time. It's always better to Zoom. We need to go with the Zoom app instead of web-based. So it has its own advantages.
So I think ours is Zoom only.
No, Zoom web-based is there, no, ma'am. Instead of web-based, we can go with the app. App is always better. That way, it's supposed to be updated once.
Okay.
Mm.
So right now I'm getting you cannot start screen share while the other participant is sharing.
No.
That
I
means-
will stop. I will stop here because I have
No.
to.
Okay,
I stopped. Now you can.
Sir will stop and then you can start sharing.
I stopped.
Yeah.
You can stop.
Now
Yeah.
you can do
No,
it. Now yes, you can do it.
now I'm doing it, but वही है ना कि पहले भी यही हुआ था कि I am not able to share. I'm clicking on share screen, but I'm not able to share. Okay, now I
Now it is.
now
Yeah, Shruti, we can see your screen. Yes.
yeah. So this is what it is. Now see, my cursor is here, and when I bring it here to type library, it's not showing only.
No, ma'am. Press Control 2. It will go to the end of that command.
Control 2.
Control plus
I've
2.
done that.
Okay, I think your screen not fully available. You just type something.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
That is what.
So,
Just
Right
type it now.
library here now. Library, right library. Yeah, function at the end, press enter, write Biblo. Write Bibliometric.
When you type, just do it slowly, ma'am, because R will
No,
tell
no,
us
go
very
back, go
clearly.
back, go back. Delete this, write slowly, it will automatically come. Yeah, yes. BIB.
okay.
Again, the same problem. Why it is not having bibliometric software?
No, ma'am. I think go to tools, ma'am.
You also have to install it.
Install, I think she hasn't probably.
Which versions have you downloaded?
Tools, ma'am. Tools.
Yeah, tools. Where
On the top.
On the toolbar
yeah,
next
on the
to
top here. But
next
where
to
this
help.
is being hidden.
Debug profile and tools. You're there only. Your cursor is there only.
Yeah,
Next to help, yes.
yeah, here.
Click on install packages. Now you can type bibliometric. Bibliometrics is there, no, ma'am. Just select that.
This one.
Install. It will take time, ma'am. Just wait.
Okay.
So wait
Okay.
and then restart and then do the process again. I'm sure. Sanjay sir, what is the your status? You can stop sharing, Shruti, now.
Yeah, sure, sure.
मैम मेरे में ना वो बिब्लियोमेट्रिक तो इंस्टॉल हुआ बट वो बिब्लियो शाइनी नहीं दिखाता है लाइब्रेरी में जाने के बाद।
ए भाई
Just share your screen, sir. We'll see.
मैं करता हूँ प्लीज।
I never thought this gonna be so complicated because I never had a problem like this.
No, ma'am. Sometimes no, the configuration and the system's Java
I
updations,
knew
if it
that
is not there.
installing BiblioShiny is such complicated thing, seeing these errors for the first time.
No, that used to be there because it is depends on different versions of Windows.
देखिए सर स्क्रीन शेयर्ड है ना।
Yes, sir.
So if I type library here
Okay.
and I have pressed enter,
Hmm.
done. Now
Now-
I typed
Yes, sir. It
दो
is came.
ऑप्शन दिखाता है।
Matrix,
Now click on that. Click on that. Upper one.
upper one.
ओके
Click.
Click.
You have to click on that. Now
Yes,
you will get the
BiblioShiny,
Shiny.
yes.
ओके नाउ इट विल शो।
Just click that.
On it,
Again,
press, come at
come
the
out
end.
and control
Yeah,
enter.
press enter. Yes. Yes, finally it's working. Okay.
या थैंक यू।
I think we have a lot of, firefighting today and some or the other will get it. So have patience. Still anybody who is troubled and couldn't do it?
Same problem, just not happening.
Ma'am, one thing, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am, that first try to install Bibliometrics in package, go to tools, then install packages.
Altaf, what is your problem? Please type in the window or share your screen. We can only help you after you show me what is coming on your screen. Share your screen and show me what's there and what error you are getting.
Ma'am, Saumi Rai, I think,
Yes, sir.
please install
One by one we will
Bibliometrics
pop
first,
it
ma'am.
out. Wait, have patience. We'll.
Sir, I have done Bibliometrics. I am able to see that, but I am not able to get to BiblioShiny.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, just after this, we'll look into it.
So please
Okay,
guide,
great.
sir. I have shared the screen, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sir, just type library, sir, again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Enter.
you have
Upper one. Upper
Yes.
one.
upper one.
Upper one, first
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Enter.
Come at the end. Yes, press enter.
Now you type, sir, Biblio.
Slowly type Biblio, B-I-B.
No, sir, package was not installed. Go to tools.
The same procedure which.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have told, no, previously we told that the same. Go to tools, then Bibliometric.
Near help.
Okay. Tools
Install
and
Install packages.
first.
install. Okay. Here we have to write
Bibliometrics. Just
Bibli-
slowly type it. It will.
this one. This one.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Bibliometrics. Install.
Install. Now it is yours. Once it's
Wait
done,
for
you will
some
get
time and restart it after some time. Okay. It will take some time. Have
Okay. It will download the packages.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, who was the person who was not getting BiblioShiny?
Ma'am, should I stop the screen
Yes,
share?
please stop sharing. After some time, restart it and repeat the
Ma'am,
process.
can I
together.
share my screen?
Yes, please do it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have shared my screen. Is it visible at your end?
It's
Yes,
starting, madam. Just wait.
starting. Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, once again, reshare it, ma'am, because it is not showing.
Okay, I will share again.
The screen is not shown.
Ma'am, I have shared. It is showing it is
The
taking
window
time
which
to.
is on display, you may have to click it.
Yes, ma'am. I have. It is showing that it is getting uploaded.
Probably due to slow network.
Yeah, it might be.
I am unable to see your screen, Sumi. So what was the problem you were having?
Ma'am, I was in Bibliometrics, but I'm not able to get the Biblio Shiny. If you can
will get
show the process.
you
Okay, okay.
have to do is slowly type bibliometric and then click on that package.
Ma'am, it will be in the.
No, I will show you, ma'am. Just you
Stop sharing.
stop sharing, then I will show you.
If you have bibliometric there coming automatically, Biblo Shiny will come.
Ma'am, now you
So,
can see.
So, ma'am, and sir, you have said that once it is installed, then I must restart. Restart my computer or
No,
close the
it's
program.
not required, ma'am. Not required.
Not computer, only this Art Studio.
Okay, I close it and then start again.
And please follow the step he is again telling. How can
Yeah,
you?
my bibliometrics has been installed.
Yes, so
Ma'am, I guess I am able to share my screen.
this is your screen.
Yes, ma'am. Show me, Ray.
Okay, please, can you write library again instead of this bibliometrics? And
Okay.
No, bibliometrics is installed directly. You type bibliometric.
Okay, I have. And after this,
type again, remove this and type again.
I think
Okay.
your screen is stuck.
okay. Should
Close
I
it.
share again?
No. You stop it, like restart it, shut it down and restart.
Okay,
I will
okay.
show you, ma'am. Just have a look, ma'am.
So your screen had again started, stop it.
Okay, I will stop sharing.
Yeah, stop sharing. And one last time, sir is showing, please have a record of it, and then we will have to do certain things today. And for
I think
others,
it's visible to all. You can go here. I'm typing it. Biblio. Just type it gradually. You will be getting this. Just and click. As soon as you enter, you will be redirected to this one. So Biblio Shiny. That's it. Is this clear?
okay, let's move on and see how do we handle data in this.
I will stop share now. Okay.
Right. So I'm sharing my screen. Let's just start for our analysis. So once you're here, I've also, this works on BibTeX, Excel and CSVs, but since we have got Scopus data, we will use the Scopus, and from there we downloaded BibTeX. So BibTeX files we will use here. And for that, go to data, load data. I've shared a BibTeX file with you in email. Anybody, okay, let me do this for once. I should give everybody again this BibTeX file. If anybody has now downloaded, they can. I've put the BibTeX file in chat window. If you have not got it on your email, you can take it from your chat window. Can you see it on chat window? This is the same file in the form of BibTeX, which we did yesterday. Yesterday we had a version, CSV version. This is BibTeX version. Okay. Now we will load the same file. Go to data load. And now from here, we will load bibliometric. We will load import files, raw files. And in this import raw files, we'll have to select the database. So ours was Scopus file. So we will select the Scopus. Should I repeat this? See again. Look again. In data, go to load data. In import load, import raw file. In database, select Scopus and go to where your file is stored. जहां भी आपने अपनी file रखी है, this was a file. Say upload. Once you have uploaded, start it. Will take some time to load. Now my file is loaded. Everybody is here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, first thing is that we will see what does this data file holds. So we'll go to main information. Main information gives you the glimpse of what is in this file. So it shows us that it has a time span of 2011. So we have, maybe when we pulled it out, we gave time period of 10 from 2011 to 2023. There are around 147 sources in this data file and 682 documents, right? So on an average growth rate is 0%. That means there was, we didn't mention this data is unavailable in the data set. That is how it is showing 0. Not necessary that all tables have all the information. So don't panic. There are 1,736 authors. There were 154 single authored papers. There were 31% internationally co-authorship and so on. So this is our main information table. This is a plot. And if you want it in tabulated form, this is the table, right? Most of the time we use tables. Only few graphs we use, like for cluster and all. If you see the standard bibliometric reporting, you will find most of them are done using tables, right? You can print it and it will print it in the format you want, right? You want whatever format you want, or you can take a screenshot, or you can save it in PNG format, right? Next, moving on to the next plot, annual scientific production. You can go to plot. So it has given you year on year how many articles were published. It's not publishing a plot for it. Then looking at the average citation per year. So this is our average citation per year. You can see for this database, the papers were cited, and that is what it has given. Now, sources, if I want, the most relevant sources which were found in this data set. So you can see that we have got artificial intelligence review, which has around 74 articles in it. So that's, we can say that for our edge computing and all, this is a journal which actually publishes. Similar 70 in line of 70s, you have got human computers in human behavior. This journal is also working, or that articles getting printed on the area of edge computing are mainly in computers in human behavior, followed by other. And looking at it, you can see which are the journals or the sources where these articles were published. So AI and Society, Sage Open, and so on. These are the larger numbers. You may have lesser number of articles published, and here is the source of journal where they are published. So certainly, okay, tell me, what did you learn out of this? What can we learn out of this? From this table of most relevant source, what did we pick up, or what can we pick up?
Like the most, the journal with the maximum impact factor.
Ashtika Tomar exactly pinpointed it, where to publish my paper.
Yeah, that was me, Shruti Mathur.
Oh, somebody in the chat window has also written.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly. I should know where my topic is being published. And then I should know that this is the place where I should dig more into. And writing paper is a skill set now. So what you had to do is look around who is the editor of this journal. You have to look around some influential papers. And then you had to build around your literature review around them. And that is how they would like to, because you are citing their journal paper, they would be interested, and the base is from their journal. That is how you build upon your paper. So it gives you an insight that what is the most, prominent places I should start looking for my publication. Because these are the people who will have reviewers, or the editors would be interested in this theme because they are publishing in this area. Very important for you to know where to publish your paper. Otherwise, if you have a good paper and you're targeting a wrong journal, it will never be published. Understand this first. So this table actually gives you a complete overview of where your paper can go. And looking into it more deeply after taking names from here, you can look into what are others done in this area, right? Now you have got local citation score. Every time you have to run this, remember, plots take more time and tables are generated quickly. So here, if I say the most local cited source from the reference list is computers and human behavior, even though the last one, when we saw the journal here, if you see, artificial intelligence review had more number of papers, but the more cited papers are coming from computers and human behavior. This indicates that the relevance of work, maybe the papers are getting published more in artificial intelligence review because the nature of the topic, but the outcome or citation involved says that the reference base, or people are generally getting connected very easily with the papers which are published in computers and human behavior. That is how you can see that computers and human behavior has got local site score, which is more, followed by other. Journal of Consumer Research or Journal of Consumer Business Research, you would always find that they have got highest cited scores. This also shows Journal of Business Research, you say, it is an area of artificial intelligence or IT, but here also you will see that so many articles are cited. So this is a very, unique way of identifying first where to publish your work, and second, whom to cite, because that is also important. Where are you building your theory from? If you're building your theory from known places or established places, it gives weightage to your paper, and that is what it is. You have to look into. Just don't keep citing blindly. So you have to pick up these things, and you can see who all are whose paper are being cited, and in fact you can also see which is the most cited paper. Right? We're not going into this. Then look at the author's one. So if you have identified an area, never try to miss a most relevant author. That means somebody whose citations are most, or somebody who has extensively done research into, because maybe if you overlook that, that will come, because that person has done so much work into it, you just can't afford to ignore. So the most relevant authors in this area, if you want to see, why my plots are not working today? Okay. So if you see this, the 6 articles are from Kellenstein KT and Markova, both are on 6 and 6. Then there come Kim, Kovakonva, and Liu, Mika. They all have got 5 each, followed by others, where you have got 4 and 3 and 2 and 2. Then a lot of people who have done 2, maybe 1 also. So this means that few of these people you should be, because they have done extensive work in their area, you should refer them and cite them. Most local cited author. Plots are taking time. Why is it not publishing? I don't know, it's too slow today. So this is most local cited one, De Silva, and all of these are there. You can look at their citations. Then author's production over time. That means how are they producing over an year, year on year. These are authors and their DOIs. And this is a table which shows the frequency that they were publishing. So if you see this Kim J, 17 also he published 2 papers, 18 also, 19, 20. So he's a constant writer in this area. Then you have got Kalinstick. Again, from 19 to 22, he was writing 1, 2. So he writes in this area. So these are the people who have been writing, and over a period of time, how much they have been writing is being displayed in this table. Author impact. My graphs are really slow today. I do not want, but you have a graph here also for this table. So this is the table for author's local impact. It gives you your H index and G index. So if you see, the most impactful author here is Mankoba. Highest H index also, and a very high G index also. So he has got a lot of impact, followed by others. And you can get a list of these authors. Now looking into most influential or relevant affiliations. So the University of Zelenia has around 31 articles on the same theme, followed by others. University of Twente has got 15, Queensland University of Technology 9, and you could see there are others. NTU has got 6. Harvard has got 4. Bristol has got 5. And this is showing you Delft has got 4. So all the top universities in the world are working in this area because my authors are coming from this. My author's affiliation was from these universities, right? Affiliation over time means year on year. What is the difference which has come on? So it will show you that. Oh my God. So University of Twente from 2011 to 2020. Oh my God. We just rejected the offer of University of Twente for my son. I'm now looking into it. It is so funny. So University of Twente, it's in Netherlands, and it's actually a good university, but in Netherlands you have another, and in fact, 2 major good universities of Technical University of Eindhoven and Delft. Delft is the best. So before this, I never knew that University of Twente is actually very good in research. See the amount of work done year on year in this field by a university. So that's what is the utility of Bibliometric, when we can actually see which are the, so look at the time frame of Queensland University of Technology, and constant work is being done. This shows the regularity or the amount of work being done over a period of time in a university. Yeah. So if you would be surprised to see that the most known names are not here, but some other ones are really working hard, or professors from some other universities are working really very hard in this area. Moving further, so it's everybody is doing it now. It's not that difficult. Doing is not difficult. I told you earlier also, interpreting is difficult. So we do nothing like for us. Biblioshiny has collated everything. In fact, they will make graphs also. So it's hardly anything that we have to do. Our task is to dig more insights of what we are getting in this information in the presented form. That is what we have to build on. And that is why when we started, we said that only bibliometric is not going to help, because this information standalone doesn't make any sense. But when you combine and then you build on upon and you find the gaps, and then you lay it in a systematic manner, SLRs gives you a lot of insights. So alone bibliometric would not serve any purpose, but from bibliometric starting on and building up your insights, of course, yes, that's the area of SLR. So most cited countries. So again, even though Netherlands 20 was at top in industry affiliation, still we can see that most cited countries are USA, followed by Korea, China, and Slovenia, then Germany, UK, Australia, Italy, Malaysia, and Turkey. You would very well know the reason for this. Moving further, corresponding author's country. Now, this is very interesting. Corresponding author means a person who uploads the data and gives the talks to the editor for making any changes. So editor will approach to this. That is the corresponding author who uploads basically and submits the paper. So you would see that irrespective of whatever we see here till now, to most influential or consistent working institutions or authors, the corresponding author is from China, followed by USA, followed by United Kingdom, and then finally from India. What did you learn out of this? Anybody? UK is on number 3, yes, okay, but what exactly do you pick up in this? Okay, well, you will dig into it, you will understand this game of publishing and why we are getting these numbers, why they are different from where the authors are coming from. So that's what's indicate that how the publishing industry works. And you have to understand this. But our task is to understand where our research is going more and where are the gaps. For that, we'll have to go to clustering. Now, this is a very scientific way of defining. In clustering by coupling, if I make a network of authors and keyword, it will take some time. Has happened. What is this? Wait a minute, I'll restart this. Probably there are a lot of processes very fast going at the back and it's not giving me, I'll have to restart this. It's pretty strange. It's not showing me anything, but let me tell you what does it do. You others can try, please. Go by clustering, by coupling, and you can change the unit of analysis here. You can do it document-wise or author-wise. So if I do it author-wise and author keywords, or keyword plus or title-wise, it should give me a network here. It gives. And it was giving before lunch. Now why it is not giving, I don't know. I've shut down everything at the back, even then it is not working. We have to restart it and we'll take a break. I'll restart this. Okay, something has come up now. Okay, cluster has come. Network, okay, something has come. Right. So this is what is cluster. This cluster is for author and the keywords plus. So the similar kind of color forms one cluster. Cluster is basically, oh, yes. So this is author's cluster. Okay. So the concept of cluster is always like based on centrality. So if there are 4 papers, so 4 is my centrality. If I have written 3 paper, authors wise, it makes a centrality and looks around who all are people closer to it. Right, that's the theory of cluster also, that it looks around who all are closer to me, and that on the basis of that centrality, cluster is formed. So this is what is this yellow. There are 2 clusters only. This is one green and this, and if you can see this purple, blue, these are outliers. They have done less work, but they're somehow connected with these. That means they have written, contributed in the form of citation, local citation. So that is what this network diagram is showing you. If I see the cluster, these are only 2 clusters in this data, right? So maybe one cluster is of decision making, artificial intelligence on those things. Oh no, there are 3 clusters. So decision making, artificial intelligence, based on papers on that is on one cluster. There are nearly 40, papers, frequency means papers in this. Another cluster consists of social, robots, or design, economic and social effects. These are the keywords through which we are using. And there are nearly 5 papers in this cluster. And the third and the mediocre one is where you have got human something, articles or behavioral research related data. That's the third cluster, right? It has, if I see the map of this, it is looking like this. So 3 clusters are there. Here you can see social robots, design, economic and social effect. This is a smallest cluster. Then the largest one is decision making, AI and surveys. And the mediocre one is based on some keywords based on human article, we will not say confident, behavioral research. So these are the authors basically which have written in this cluster. These are the authors which have written in this cluster. And these are the authors which have written in this cluster. Similarly, we can change these. It works slowly. So एक बार करेंगे तो थोड़ा time लगता है लाने में. But this is how. And this cluster actually helps you to identify gaps. Now this small cluster, what does this indicate? Can anybody tell me? If the cluster is small, what will it indicate? The size of the cluster is small.
Small
What should
size, small size means less work has been done.
Okay. Does it mean less work has been done because it is very new, or does it mean that less work has been done because now in my time frame, nobody is doing this work? Earlier, many researchers were there. Both can be there. So since this topic is new, I can infer that less work is being done. If the topic is quite prevailing, I would interpret as that now nobody is writing in this area, well, or lesser people are writing in this area.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm trying to explain?
Mm.
There are two interpretations to this. So you will have to, it is based on what is your topic. So if my topic is current, I would interpret as that, ma'am, these clusters are showing the amount of work. A cluster is basically whatever information I had, it has divided them. It has seen that my entire database can be grouped in 3 groups, which are 3 clusters basically. So how have they grouped? There is a scientific way of assessing it at the back. There is a centrality rule. On basis of that, the software has that is how it was taking so much of time. It has found out how can I group my entire data set. So entire 600 of mine could fit into these 3 clusters. Groups, you can, if you are not comfortable with the term cluster, understand it as a group, simple group. But there are bases. Clusters are based on the rules of centrality, and that is how they are made. So in all, when it has executed the script, it has identified that my data set consists of mainly 3 clusters, 3 groups. And the major themes in these groups are these. So whatever is written on your screen are basically 3 main clusters with 3 main, themes, not themes, keywords based centrality, where papers are clubbed together. So this cluster will have papers related to social robots, design, economic and social effect. This cluster will have decision-making, artificial intelligence or survey-based papers. And this will have something related to do with human or behavioral research. Article is general, it has picked up because everywhere that word would appear. So forget about these generic terms are not useful in it, but you should ignore it because many papers would have article written, so it has picked up. So my entire data set which I have pulled up shows that research are basically done in these 3 clusters only of this topic. Now you can find out new ways or dimensions because the way you see this, these are author wise. If I use it document wise and keyword wise, it will take time. It will take a lot of time. But that's what is for you, that you had to sit and mix and match and see. Here, when you run this, it will take time. It will not be so quick in giving me this. Wait to do. Right, so you will mix and match, and then we will find out where the work is done more. The cluster is big, that means the more work is done there. The cluster is small, that means lesser work is done. Right? Here I can see on the basis of documents and titles, and it is showing me network also, who is citing what, whom. So again, I can just see 1, 2, and 3 clusters in this. This data basically has got 3 clusters. And all your documents or themes of the papers are among those only, right? You pull out data. I've seen data sets which has got, 7, 8 clusters. There are so much widely written. Now, this is a new topic. That is how such low clusters are coming, because people must have not written in many areas. And and if the number is less and they are not new and not contributing to those areas, it will fall into some other domain. Depends on the keywords also, which I have given in my research paper. It will club it into some of the clusters. So it's a new area.
So ma'am, can I just interrupt? I had a question that, can I ask a question?
Yes, you can. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, when these clusters, if we find more people working in one area, then that is the area we should select for writing, or the one where there is.
See, where do you want to write is where do you find that there is a novel idea or there is a research gap. If more people are writing in that area, that is already cluttered. Find out an area where nobody is writing. The chances of getting acceptance is more there.
Okay. And for clusters of scientists, we should select a cluster where there are more people.
You would identify what group of people are writing on what themes. Right? So that would
So in what?
yes. Still,
Okay.
yes, yes. Nina, you can
Yeah.
ask.
So so like if there are less people writing on a particular theme, then we must choose that theme.
So if you think that theme is new, yes. If the theme is old, no.
Okay.
See, if
Okay,
nobody is
thank you.
writing and the concept is relatively old, so what would you write into? Maybe something new has come up. I'll give you an example. Say, for example, email marketing was a dead concept. After artificial intelligence, text analytics revived it. So if I do a bibliometric of email marketing, there would be an era where, for 10 years, there was nothing into it. But suddenly you will see that where nobody was writing about it, but in early 90s, that was the main thing in marketing. With the, acceptance or hands-on or utility of AI in text analytics, email marketing has revived and gained back. People are writing on it now. So it doesn't directly shows you anywhere. You have to analyze it and build your research strategy on it. That is what it is. See what is there and then research. So everything is visible to you. There are 3 clusters. You want to create a new cluster, you can. आप cluster तो नहीं बना पाओगे, लेकिन the one is go with the grind. Select where people are typing recently, कहाँ काम हो रहा है, वहीं कर लें. या फिर say that the people are not writing in this domain and I will write in this domain. That is also a good way of doing things.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
choice
Right.
is but it will give you, see, blankly starting a blank on a blank sheet, not knowing anything, will give you lots of revisions and a lot of confusion. Here, you could just see what people are working on, what papers are already there, and then it gives you a very clear base. And when you give a base and you find a journal and then you approach it, you can connect the dots and your work becomes easy. And for that reasoning, we are doing this. So why to write randomly? Be informed and then start writing. That's what it is meant for.
Right.
And now I would add on, is it not the purpose of your literature review? We do literature review only for this now. So this is serving that's why this is important now. Just don't start writing anything. Look around, what people are writing, what's going on, what journals are publishing, and then pick up your theme of writing.
Okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So much of insight of isn't not giving, and that is what is literature review basically. Is it not literature review? It is a scientific way of, that is what the systematic lit. So on and on its own, it is nothing, but you dig into it, it gives you a lot of insights. Am I able to explain you this?
Yes, correct. Yes, ma'am.
So I'll take a break now.
Thank
Let's
you.
see after 15 minutes and then
Yeah, sure, you deserve it.
we'll do a thematic and then it will be more clear. When I run too many commands onto it, it is my Mac M2 Pro with the late, like this is the most advanced machine. It gets, hanged. I'm thinking about what else I can use. So bear with me because sometimes it's not working here, but when you do it as I is, give it a time, they all diagrams come up, right? I'm just giving you a demo and understanding of why you should do it, right? Okay, we'll meet after 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back. Let's do. I can give you resources where you can read
तो मैम
Yeah, sir.
उसमें ना वो जो क्लस्टर एनालिसिस करते वक्त एरर दिखाई जा रहा था बार बार।
सर थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड में कुछ चल रहा होगा, दोबारा से स्टार्ट करके चलिएगा। गिव इट अ टाइम, इट टेक्स टाइम, क्लस्टर बनने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है।
अच्छा, क्योंकि वो किया उसको स्टार्ट, फिर एरर दिखाता है, फिर किया फिर एरर दिखाता है।
नहीं, आप यूनिट देख लीजिएगा क्या कर रहे हो। मैं जस्ट लेट मी शो यू, जस्ट चेंज द यूनिट्स। ये फैक्टोरियल, अब क्लस्टर ये रहा। यहाँ पे आप चेंज कर लीजिएगा। समटाइम्स यू नो इन डेटा सेट्स इट इज नॉट मेकिंग, सो आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक क्लस्टर। यहाँ this unit of analysis and parameters, try to change them. यहाँ कुछ ऐसा लिया होगा या यह होगा जिनका कपलिंग नहीं हो पा रही होगी तो वो एरर देगा।
अरे शुरू में जब इस फाइल को इंपोर्ट कर रहे थे ना, तो वो कुछ एक मैसेज दिखा रहा था कि ये 8-10 आइटम्स में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है या मिसिंग है, कुछ ऐसा था।
सेम फाइल नहीं है सर, जो मैं यूज कर रही हूँ वही आपको।
वही बता रहा हूँ ना, वो मैंने जब किया उसको इंस्टॉल तो उसने दिखाया था कि ये मिसिंग डेटा टेबल।
I don't know. I can separately look into that, but that's the same file which you are working or I am working. It's the same file. अलग नहीं है वो फाइल, आप दोबारा डाउनलोड करके देख लो।
चलो
सेम फाइल,
कोई बात नहीं।
So going further, let's go further and scientific measure. These are the things which we are doing now, scientific measures. So now conceptual structures. What do you learn out of this? You know, the entire database. What are they giving you? The themes, the concepts, the theories. So for that, we will enter into the conceptual structure. So look at the co-occurrence network. So these. This is your co-occurrence. Yeah. What did I do? So this is your co-occurrence network. That means these keywords are occurring frequently in the documents. And that's the network it is showing. So humans with, this is one cluster. So definitely among the cluster, there is more usage of it. So information technology and human behavior research and social networking, human consumer behavior and human. So this is showing the network analysis of co-occurrence network. So these words are frequently coexisting in a document. Similarly, in this green cluster, if I see, so you can see these. So automation, Internet of Things, they're co-occurring. Or Internet of Things, healthcare, surveys, risk management. These words are co-occurring in maximum papers. That means these keywords occur together. In third cluster, if you see, so Industry 4.0, learning systems, AI, they are occurring together. Similarly, this learning algorithms, data handling, deep neural networks, they are coming together. So this is giving you an insight of what keywords are occurring together. And similarly, you can dig on to more things and find out what do you desire to find out. Say, for example, abstract तो नहीं आ पाएगा, unigrams हमने अभी बनाए नहीं है. It's more towards text analytics. So titles में अगर आप देखेंगे, unigram is the words, right? Entire title it has not picked up. The maximum used word in that title has been picked up. That's unigram, right? When you do text analytics, it breaks the title and then the smallest portion it uses for analysis, that is unigram. And that is a word in the title. So in title, if you see, you would find that these are the frequently used words in title. One set of titles would have manufacturing, industry, production, smart systems, something among these words in the title. Another set of group or cluster would have based, industry, management, data, intelligence, artificial, technology, these words in the title. And this is another cluster which will have impact, design, innovation, system. These will be the words in the title. There's a small cluster of this social media and online. So looking at this, I would say that edge computing in this cluster is very less used. And there is one outlier also. This, I don't know, this is Denmark. This is, I don't know why it is coming as DE. This is wrongly placed, or maybe a short form of something, I don't know. Ye cluster outlier ki tarah aa raha hai. This is outlier information just because this is just one. But if you see others, we can see what are the keywords, what are the words which are occurring together. And this particularly is in title. So if I see in title, these are frequently seen, right? You can mix and match most of the things here and you can find our display here. Okay. Now coming to thematic map. Now this is a thematic map. This is on keyword analysis. So basically there were 3 clusters and there are 3 themes here originating. If I see the cluster, I've got 3 clusters. If I see the network of these clusters, so this is the network of these 3 clusters. This is based on keyword. I can put it on, why there is no author, keyword is not there. Okay. I can make it keywords पे रहने देते हैं. Okay, this is on keywords.
Author keywords था मैम उसमें.
Keywords ही है ना?
नहीं, author keywords भी था.
Author keywords लेते हैं. Oh God, तो बहुत सारे हो गए. And very wide network. But basically the bigger ones we will see, smaller ones we'll neglect. So 3 bigger ones are artificial intelligence, big data, and Internet of Things. And there is a small, very prominent one, privacy also. And there is one, this in sustainability. Right? Then thematic evolution. This is how from 2011, the themes have moved down to 2023. So when people were working in this area, the major paper in 2011 to 22 were related to themes around design, AI, Internet of Things, decision-making, risk management. Yeah, they were very clear, themes. But when we are moving from 21 to 23, major work is going on in the area of humans now. How these things are impacting humans. With humans, I would say it would be in HR, it would be in marketing, it would be in business, it would be sustainability. So look at this. Earlier, we were just mentioning human was there, but the size of human is less. But now the major portion you could see of this particular topic is being written in the area of human. So impact of all of these technologies on human. AI still is a next preferred theme. And then you have got surveys and big data and securities and other things related to it. Other things are generally not that important. But major evolution, if you see, is the first part is that the technology was like from 11 to 23, we could see that a lot of things were written into it, but they were majorly in this. Now the shift is being made towards human and artificial intelligence. Very prominent theme is human. That is how you see the evolution of this idea or the theme which you are trying, from where it began and where it is moving. Any questions? Okay. Then comes the factorial analysis. This is a dimension reduction technique. And this shows basically the cluster of dimensions, keywords, because we are basically using the keyword method to analyze it. So if you see here, it has reduced the entire dimension and tried to club up all of them into one. And this is the conceptual structure. And it has also identified the theory structure for it. So when you see the conceptual structure, it is around deep learning networks, neural networks, machine learning. There would be a lot of literature review papers. So that is also coming up. See, it reads, it's a text for it, but there would be a lot of work in that domain. So this word has been picked up. There may be many papers on SLR. So that is how it is coming up. So learning systems and the surveys and the networks and the data mining. So this is the conceptual structure. Plus it has also identified the theories used in like the theoretical base. Or this is conceptual, this is theoretical. In theoretical, it has, reduced the dimension and given you, and they're clubbed up into marketing or the human side of it, or the privacy, or the consumer, trust, adoption. So this is the theoretical base. So majorly, you could see the keywords have been compressed or reduced in these domains, and the theoretical aspects have been reduced in these domains, majorly from our data set, right? There are many, many things which you can do to it. If we, like for topic dendrogram, it will give you, this is the cluster dendrogram of the topics. You will have to understand first what is dendrogram, what is clustering, and only then you can do this. So that is how I was not touching this. So understand the concept of cluster. There are two basic methods of cluster. One is based on k-means and centrality. Another is this dendrogram, which is hierarchical, where we make dendrograms and we cut through it and we identify the groups and subgroups in it. So this is basically, first you have to understand clustering and then you have to do this. Broadly, in a layman language, just understand it's a way of grouping. How to group subgroups and major groups and then the bigger groups. If you do not understand what is cluster, just understand it's like a group, right? Then we have got co-citation network. Now these papers were co-cited together. So we just have 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters. So not many people have cited. So that means these many people have not cited them together. Many people have not cited. This is a small cluster, but here, this is a very strong co-citation network. It means these all have cited each other. In your bibliographic section, you have references of this. So there's a strong network between these two clusters, but here only one network is seen. And this is also a very weak network. So the group of people who are here, the papers here, have heavily co-cited each other, right? The social structures, collaboration network, the collaboration world map, to see which all authors are working together. So this is your collaboration network. You can easily see who all are working together. You can very, very easily see from that data set, these are the people who are 3 of them are writing together. These 2 are writing and extensively writing. Maybe there are a lot of papers these 2 have contributed. Then these 3 and these 3, they have written together or co-cited. So there's a collaboration network. They may be co-authors. And then there is a bigger nexus of this. They are writing with each other. Right? We can look into the collaboration of world map also. So this is a world map which shows this team have a collaboration globally. It's originating from here, from US to majorly covering the entire. There's less work here and very less work here. But you can see that it is flowing across the major countries of the world. That's collaboration work. That means the authors are coming from these areas where the lines are flowing. Okay. So this is all from my side. You can ask me questions. I can give you some research base and papers to look into, but please ask questions now.
Ritu ma'am.
Yes.
एक query है, like this is very interesting, but since we work using both the database Scopus and Web of Science both, तो क्या कुछ ऐसा तरीका है कि दोनों के डेटा को एक बना करके then we can do it बिकॉज दोनों का अलग अलग करेंगे तो फिर कुछ छूट जाएंगे उसमें।
हाँ, so सबसे आसान है स्कोपस और वेब ऑफ साइंस के डेटा को मर्ज करना।
मर्ज करना, हाँ।
अच्छा, बहुत आसान है, I'll tell you how. बट बहुत डिफिकल्ट है अगर आप बोलो कि मुझे स्कोपस को और एबेकस का एबेस को होस्ट का करना है या स्कोपस का और एमराल्ड का करना है। इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट।
नो नो नो, बिकॉज स्कूपर्स और वेब ऑफ साइंस इज
ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर।
हाँ,
उसमें क्या करना पड़ता है हमको? देयर आर डुप्लीकेशंस ऑन द वर्क, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे जर्नल हैं जो आपके स्कोपस
होंगे
और आपके वेब ऑफ साइंस में भी होगा। तो जब आप निकालेंगे तो वो ओनली थिंग विच यू हैव टू डू इज दैट यू हैव टू रिमूव द डुप्लीकेशन। और डुप्लीकेशन हम कैसे हटाते हैं उसका पहले तो यही है कि अगर बहुत छोटा सिस्टमैटिक लिटरेचर रिव्यू में हम बहुत ज्यादा पेपर्स नहीं, बिब्लियोमेट्रिक में हमें चाहिए होते हैं 1,500-2,000 लाइक 1,000, 1,500 or 2,000 research papers we use for bibliometric analysis. Otherwise, it will not be able to plot these graphs. You need data, you need big data. But for SLR, we reduce them. We can see which papers we are working on, we will reduce, and then we will move into the area of SLR. Now, when we do SLR, then we have got very limited papers. Now, when we have very limited papers, it's easy for you. When you reduce the number of papers based on your search, one way is that you manually arrange the data and remove the duplicate. Another thing is that you can import all of them in Mendeley or in Zoroto, and it automatically removes the duplicates. So again, use of technology.
अगर जोरोटो में इंपोर्ट करके उसको करेंगे वो डुप्लीकेट्स को रिमूव करके इट विल गिव अस अ सिंगल फाइल।
हाँ, आप CSV ले लो या बिबटेक्स ले लो, वो बना देता है, मेंडले में बना देता है, जोरोटो में भी बना देता है।
अच्छा, ठीक है।
It removes automatically and it makes a fresh merged file. So it's easy with Scopus and Web of Science. It's very easy to merge. But it is difficult because I'll tell you why. Because the fields which you have, if you see a Scopus file, there is a fields which we have downloaded. They were very different from what fields we download in the headings of the field in Ebesco. And there would be many fields which are not present in Ebesco. Right? Few people would like to, import all their papers into Mendeley or Zoroto, and from there they would like to extract CSV. So there, the problem is it's a reference-based software. It doesn't produce a BibTeX of a standard which Scopus has. These things like citations would be missing. There would be no data on citations, the collaboration. So there would be many missing. You could do a bit of a bibliometric review with that also. But these kind of like thematic and this factorial analysis, it will give error.
So which one is better, Mendeley or Zoroto?
I work on Zoroto. It's good. It's very good. Tomorrow I'll give you a list of lots and lots and lots of softwares. So if you're a young researcher or if you really are tech savvy, this is the time you should start doing research, because there are ample of softwares available for you to help. And I'll give you a list of, tomorrow I'll give you a list of softwares which you should do hands-on. And see, me telling you that software would not help. And say, for example, this I have given you a demo. You will have to try at least 3-4 times on your own. Then you will understand what is happening. And then you can, start using it. So I'll tell you the softwares for writing now, for storing references, for rearranging your work. And these are in connection of how to write research papers. So they are all supplementing or supporting to make you enable to write a good quality research paper. If you follow this, definitely you will be able to publish in good journals, because all these good journals are moving towards scientific way of publishing. And this is what is it. After you see this, your orientation for writing papers will be more scientific, because you have seen what exactly it is looking for, what is being published, what journals are looking for, what kind of work, what these people are actually, you will download these papers, not top-cited one, then you'll see what they're writing, how are they writing, and why it is a top-cited paper, right? So when you follow all of those things, you are basically, sometimes people say, I don't know why anybody has not asked me this, that it would be very biased, that if somebody is citing the top citing, everybody should cite. So look into it if you want to only then. But you will be not in that stage of ignorance that I didn't read that paper at all, which is most cited. You will not do that blunder. At least in reference, you will write that I have read this paper, or if you really want to cite it, it relates to your work, cite it, otherwise don't cite it. But don't live in ignorance or that I'll not read. I have not read that paper. So this entire analysis avoids that gap. And it actually serves the purpose of literature review, yeah, that you are actually aware of what kind of work is going across the globe. And then you pick up your research. It solves that. And for research scholars, this gives you the baseline of creation of gap, that I have a clear-cut gap. And in numbers, it will give you gap. In clusters, you can show them that the cluster size is this, and see, look at it, no papers are getting published in this. Network analysis, you can show the gap. What did you say, madam? Can you please explain once again how to download database which you have shared with us? What database you want to show? The JSTOR one?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I have a similar query that how we can incorporate the JSTOR data into our studio. That will be a helpful one.
Okay, JSTOR. Wait a minute. Actually, I bought another laptop which has got all of those subscription and all. This laptop, let me try. Give me some time. Let me try.
Sure, ma'am.
I brought another laptop yesterday. Wait a minute. So this is JSTOR, whatever you wanna type in. So there are 2-3 ways of doing it, either importing it into your reference manager, and notes will use the inbuilt tool in this. The easiest one is to use the inbuilt tool. Go to tools, create a workspace. And in this tools, what I'll say is data for research. I'll say create data set. Now you can write here your search. Say for example, okay, somebody can suggest me keywords. किसी को अपने करवाने के-
Ma'am, it can be a nutritional transition.
Okay. Nutritional.
Transition.
This is one word.
Yes, ma'am. It can be.
Transition. Yes,
Transition or transit, anything will do for that.
transition.
And non-communicable
You have to
diseases.
use these codes to let search the same word, or
Non-communicable diseases.
non-communicable
diseases.
disease की spelling बताइए. DES.
DISEAS.
DIS. Yes, diseases. But in what context? और भी तो बहुत सारे citation मतलब papers आ जाएंगे. And बताइए किसी major domain में.
Obesity.
And that's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me the timeline.
It can be around 2000 till 2023.
Okay.
Language will be English, and
only articles I am taking,
Okay, ma'am.
and they should be in
It should be in applied sciences, health sciences,
biological sciences,
biological sciences, health sciences, education,
education, and
social sciences.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you can go and say why is it not building? Build the text. Build the अभी तो इसको किया था मैंने. Okay, so it is building now.
Okay, ma'am.
And then when it will build, you can download it. If you don't want to download, you can use this tool only to analyze and visualize.
Okay.
Right? It is building, it will take some time.
Okay, ma'am.
So once it is done, you can download it from here. If you do not want to download, you just want some graph and you want to analyze, you can use these two tools also.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yep.
this yesterday I have downloaded a little bit of data on this context only. I tried to upload in
Okay,
WAS
that
viewer.
is different. Okay. WAS viewer only CSV will work, but in this
R studio you
R,
said.
you have to code. Let me show you where what can you do is, where is my R? Did I close it down? Wait a minute. So when you are importing data, instead of raw data, say load bibliometric file and choose a CSV or XLS here. Say, for example, I have this one. This is some Excel file, which it has read it here. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Don't use it raw file and don't say it as Scopus.
Okay.
Use it as load as bibliometric, and it should be XLS or CSV only. Only then it will read.
Okay, okay.
Right? So download it from there in Excel or CSV format, and you can load it here and tell it that it's a bibliometric file.
Okay, ma'am. I will try doing that.
Right? Anything else anybody wants to ask? It takes some time to do it, you know. Earlier it used to send you on next day on your email. Now they have still improvised.
Okay.
Okay. So they'll take your email enter and they will say that we'll send you tomorrow.
Okay. So definitely I will try it tonight so we can talk
Other
about
open
it.
access one, this is something which I have already tried, so I've suggested it to use. There
Right,
may
ma'am.
and happy to help anybody if they wanted to do more into this. But this alone doesn't serve any purpose, you know. You had to build on these informations. Any other questions? Please ask questions. Any questions? If I have missed, you want to ask me now? No questions. Either I am very bad or I'm very good. I don't know what.
Madam, one question.
Yes.
Generally in the CSV file, when we download, the country data is not there, I think. No? The country we have to find from the abstract and write down.
See, if you are not having that data in, that means it was not in the database. So one thing is
Okay.
that what extra information you're looking for, you can add a column and insert into it.
Mhm. Right. Right.
So manually, for SLR,
Ah.
easy, it's a myth, you know, that everything, these softwares, this is only for preliminary investigation.
Yes, yes. I have to find out the country actually, and
Yes.
then I
You
am
reduce
writing.
your data set and bring it down to 100 for SLR.
Yes, yes, yes.
Once it is
Then
100, you can add many things into it.
yes, I have taken made it around 84.
Yeah, so
So
okay, look at
yeah.
the clusters, look at for the most cited. Why to use less cited papers? Remove them. If this so this is only a scientific way of moving forward.
Yeah, right. Even most cited article also in that field, we can give a from on that CSV, we can give a, I mean, ascending order, descending
Yes.
order, and see which one is the highest. With that CSV file also we can do in case of SLR.
Yes, you can do that.
Yeah. So I have seen these tables actually in the SLR paper. So,
They build a base on that, like
yeah.
this is the way we have done it. Yes.
Yes, 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 right.
So if you read Arpan's paper, he has done quite a very good SLRs. Bibliometric, Satish Kumar's paper,
Yeah.
Naveen's paper. And there are many papers. If you want, I can share them in chat window. Waited.
Yeah, ma'am, share please some papers also.
Let me share you with papers.
Yes,
There are
yes.
papers, you know, which you can use for reference purpose.
Yes.
Then you can build upon yours. Wait a minute. This is a very good paper on bibliometric analysis. Again, Satish Kumar is here in this. This is also a very good paper, only on bibliometric, but very nicely done. It's a very crisp and short SLR. Very short. You can request me, Deva Dubeji, on email. I'll send you on that because there's so many participants. I would not know who wants what. Any other questions?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if we assess the papers from JSTOR and write a good paper, there is a possibility to publish it or not? Is there any chance that it will be published in a good journal?
Yes, why not? At Scopus level, it will be. In fact, C level also. It's only fussy with A and B level, AB category papers. Till C, Scopus, you will be able to publish.
Okay, okay. That is, ma'am. Thank you so much.
This is a paper of Naveen Dwantu. You should refer how to conduct a bibliometric, and very systematically he has explained. If you want to do it, how to do it. Any other questions? So now you can build upon the dots on, when you have this information, how to proceed for SLR, which Professor Arpan suggested, and identify the theme, see what is new, and then look into it, and then start writing things which nobody is writing or talking about. And if you want to go empirical, go to the first day when we did the meta-analysis, pick out only the similar studies and do meta-analysis. Can you connect the dots now? So three types of LRs, you can do it, like bibliometric, only bibliometric, but publishing only bibliometric would be a bit of a problem. So either combine it with not able to download what you are not able to download. Papers, I'll mail you some of these papers on email, right? I'll try, but the thing is that these are Elsevier papers and they should not be shared like this. So I can give you the DOI on emails. So complete paper, you have to get it from Elsevier then. It's a copyright problem. Or you write one to me, or maybe I will see what to do about it. Any other queries you have, then please ask me. Tomorrow, or maybe I wanted to give you some times in groups. You want to do it today or you want to do it tomorrow? So similar people can at least interact each other and know if you can find a better buddy of writing together. So maybe I'll do it today. Quickly, I'll brief you about some softwares because I have to introduce you to them and what do they do. Then I can divide you among groups in breakout rooms. And in smaller sections, you can interact among yourselves and see if you can benefit each other. Right? I'm always, you know me, and I'm only an email away. So you can write back to me in case you need help and anything. Right? So we'll be signing off for today. We have, had a lot of time, but since we do not have any questions, if you have, you can still ask me. I would love to answer them. I'm again asking. If you have some questions, queries, you want to ask me something, you can still ask. Or we can sign off for the day and come again tomorrow. No questions?
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Thank you for the session. I'm a new researcher. I just have a very basic question.
That's
Since
okay.
we're talking about Mendeley and all that, so
Yes.
each journal has like Emerald, they have their own referencing style. Though it's mentioned APA, like there'll be some differences in like double quotes, like volume, how the page number is written and all that.
Yes.
So is that customizable in Mendeley?
Oh,
Like,
it is. Nobody has told you that?
no, I'm just starting to explore.
So see, this is Zotero.
Okay.
Use Zotero. Look at my site. This is Zotero. Can you see this?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So for each of my research paper, I make a folder.
Okay.
Put in the research papers into it. And you can convert this into any of the ways you want. And even better in Mendeley. And you don't have to manually see if I have this and I have whether it is inbuilt in my I have ref and write. Tomorrow I would actually show you few of them. So this is Zotero here,
Huh.
and I can use it for citation, but for your convenience, I'm saying if I pull it here, if I drag, it also comes there also. If I say copy citation and I say I can pull out the entire bibliometric in one. So look at it, it will give me a citation here. I don't have to write anything. This is a citation. Okay, or if I can drag and drop it here. Why is it not working? It doesn't work on Zoom. It creates problem. This, you can see, you can change this. I have got reference manager also in this somewhere.
Okay. Ma'am, is it,
And it-
can
it
it be
can be-
changed for every publisher?
Yes,
Like,
yes, it can be changed. It could be edited in any form. Okay, it can be edited in API, Harvard, anything. At a click of a button.
not APA Harvard, ma'am. Like Elsevier to Emerald, there is a slight difference.
Okay,
inside.
no, Emerald would be following APA or Harvard or Chicago, na?
Okay.
Read what that journal on the first page of that journal, they would have written that what kind of referencing they want. It's not Emerald, it is journals.
Okay.
So Emerald is not asking. Emerald is again a
When we
data.
go to the journal homepage and author guidelines, we'll have the referencing style like they would have listed.
There should be some referencing style, na?
Yes, ma'am. Like say like that the title has to be in double quotes. Like there shouldn't be any full stop.
That
Like
is, title
basic
has to be in double quote, is not referencing style. You have
okay.
no, the referencing would be always APA or Harvard or Chicago, like this. Formatting of a document is like this, that it has to be in Times New Roman with this font, this means spacing. That is formatting of a document.
Not formatting, ma'am. I'm just saying in the bibliography, like in the reference part.
Bibliographic, everybody is using these softwares. Mendeley, Ref and Write, reference work, EndNotes, Zotero, and these are very standard ones. Everybody is writing their references from this only. Nobody writes manually.
Okay, I think I'll just try once and then get back.
Just check across what
Yeah.
you pass and where are you confused.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, right. Thank you so much. We'll meet again tomorrow.